There are two wars being fought here. Who is going to accept an off-ramp? This conflict could go on for months, if not a year or more. Well, there are two wars being fought here. First is the kinetic war of the United States bombing Iran, taking out military targets. As you see, some of the objectives that they started this war with by decapitating the regime, removing nuclear weapons materials, destroying the conventional Navy have changed. Now it's going to destroying the Navy, the Artesh, the Army, destroying the Air Force, and they've sort of backed off of the nuclear materials. However, what the United States is doing is moving forces into the region now, not just the Marines who were off the coast, but to give Donald Trump the leverage to either carry out a very small invasion of Iran, to go to a nuclear post or a ballistic missile city and seize it, or seize or in cooperation with that, seize Karg Island and all of the Strait of Hormuz islands. So there are two different conversations happening here. The Secretary of Defense is certainly using U.S.'s military kinetic power, and the Secretary of State is speaking through the Pakistanis, as you heard in that last statement, and hoping to get some concessions. The real question here is, who is going to accept an off-ramp? If it's Donald Trump, he is not going to get all of the things that he wanted at the beginning of this war, but the global economy survives. If he escalates and uses military force, this conflict could go on for months, if not a year or more. I think it's a realistic off-ramp. And this morning, Pete Hegseth's military briefing sort of hinted that we are meeting our objectives of destroying the things we wanted to destroy. That's different from seizing land, clearing out the islands. What he's essentially saying is that we'll take the Strait of Hormuz situation back to February 27th. There was no war. Iran was not interdicting the Strait of Hormuz. It's been going peacefully, 138 ships per day, pre-war. That would mean that the local Gulf states would have to come to some agreement with Iran, and that other states such as Great Britain, others who use that, France, by the way, who has defense agreements with Abu Dhabi, would take on the situation of ensuring that there's a freedom of navigation and free flow of traffic throughout the Strait of Hormuz. That can be done. China could contribute ships, India, Pakistan, but it will really go back to the day before this war started. And I find it very interesting to see how Donald Trump justifies that.